Tracy, are you and Mrs. Antoine? That's where I recognize your face. Yeah. This is the kind of place, again, there's so much stuff all over the walls. But what we're going to be looking at, because we're talking about Native Americans, we're talking about the olden times, I put up 10 pictures on the wall. You might not be able to find them, so I'm going to point them out. And they're numbered. This is number 1, 2, 3 is way over here, 4, and
5, 6, 7.
6 is right here. Now, when you get to this one, this is really easy to play with, but don't. Okay, number 6. 7 is over here on the top of this.
And then 8's right there.
8's over there. 9.
It's right there.
Actually,
And 10.
we don't have a 9. I mean, we have a 9. I mean, we have an 8, but we don't have a 9. I moved it to an 11. So on your paper in just a minute, the number is important because you don't have to write the title of the picture. You just have to write the number. Okay. So we're going to be looking at those 10 things. And on a paper here, and I'll hand you off in just a minute, put your name and then just the number of the thing you're looking at. Okay? Now, take a look around this room, and we have Willow over here. We have
Woody.
Woody over here. Now, when you're looking for differences between Woody and Willow, raise your hand and tell me. Maybe one thing you see different between those two figures. Yeah.
Woody has a big face.
Okay, his head's bigger. He's got a bigger face. Yeah, Paul.
Willow has a plant growing out of his head.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Plants growing out of Willow's head. Yeah, Gracie.
Woody has a black pupil and
Okay. Pupil in Woody's eye is black. Boy, now that's zeroing in. That's like using your fingers as a magnifying glass. That's really good because that's the skill you're going to use in just a minute. Yeah, go ahead.
Woody has a hole.
Like right here. What would that hole be comes from?
Probably for animals. Like something like a bird that's shed a
Oh, because these are representations of...
what trees.
Yeah, exactly. So this could be just like a knuckle illustrated. I see you, Gilbert, but I don't call on voices. I call on hands.
It could be a hole from when the Native Americans were being attacked by the Americans. And
Well, that's using your
when the
imagination.
Americans
That's
had
very
weapons,
possible.
The Americans had weapons and Native Americans didn't, so that could be a gunshot.
Now, when you talk about weapons and you say they didn't have weapons, on the
Native
contrary.
Americans had only spears and
So they did have weapons, but they weren't comparable to,
yeah.
I see what you're saying, yes. Gilbert.
arms.
Woody had
This is Woody. This is Willow.
plants going out of his hand.
Oh, so you have the branches growing out of Willow's hand. So they are different, okay?
And it's skinnier than Woody.
Yes, I would agree with that, yes.
Woody had little dots in that.
Okay, so you have these little dots all over the tree trunk. By the way, this is not real wood, is it? I mean, they just made it look like that? Yeah.
Woody's Willow's smiling, but Woody's not.
Okay, Willow's smiling, but Woody is not. And we don't know why. We don't know, the person who put this together, we don't know why they did them that way. Now, the guy that we're going to be talking about did a lot of these paintings and stuff, and he was an explorer, okay? And David Thompson was from the United Kingdom, and he wanted the United States, which it wasn't the United States at the time, he wanted it for England. So he was over here exploring, and he's meeting all these people, and doing all these other things. But one of the other things that he did was he started looking at how the country was, and what it was made out of. All right, so on this paper, there are 5 questions. We'll get into those in just a minute. What can you tell about the setting is the first one. So my question to you is, what is the setting?
A background.
I'll give you a clue. You came into a setting. Paul.
The river, the land, trees, whatnot.
Okay, that's exactly right. The setting is where it's taking place. So this class is taking place in this setting in here. So we know where this class is taking place. When is this class taking place? Say it. Right now. Okay. Is this in the 1800s? Is it the 1900s? No. How do you know this is taking right now? One reason, of course, is you and I are talking, but look at what you're wearing. Is it the same thing?
No.
Not even close. Okay, so there's two differences right there between now and back then. Okay? Now, the things you're going to be doing is you're going to be looking at these pictures and you're going to be answering these questions and we'll do it together. But I want to start with this. This is a cartoon. And there's subtle humor. There's a few words in it. There's nothing that says what the cartoon is all about. All right, so I'm going to show you this thing. And when you see something in here that you notice, which is again what you're going to be using when you look at these, keep it to yourself. When everybody's looked at it, I'll call for hands. And you tell me what is one thing that you notice about this picture. Keep it to yourself. Here. Oh, you raised your hand before you saw the picture.
Bob's bed.
Don't say anything. Now there's some humor in here, but now we need to figure out what's funny about this cartoon. Gracie,
The cat.
say it again.
The cat.
What about the cat?
Has 2 wooden legs.
Cat has 2 wooden legs, which is unusual. More.
The fish has small eyes and a big body.
Fish has small eyes and a big body. Yes, but there's something about the fish. Oh,
It's a piranha. Yes,
interesting. What do you know about piranhas? They're ferocious and they eat a lot of stuff. Would it make a difference if the piranha was like a frog?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be as dangerous, would it? Okay, so you got a cat with wooden legs, you have a piranha in a fish bowl, which is a vicious fish. Yes.
The bird has a big body.
Okay, the bird has a big body. Jackie?
Maybe the piranha ate the cat's legs.
Now why would
It's
the
a
cat...
the cat tried to eat the fish, but the fish ate the cat's legs. And the fish is a meat-eating.
Is a meat-eating piranha fish. That's exactly right. Okay, and she's right. So the humor is, there's nothing written here other than, what is this?
Pets.
So what kind of a store is it?
Pets.
It's a pet store.
That's not a good pet store.
Okay. Well, it's a pet store that has a piranha. Cats like fish. Cats, this one decided he wanted to be a little curious. So he goes and does something, and then in the meantime, he's going, well, that was not a very smart idea.
He's like,
Okay, so when you look at this one, raise your hand and tell me what you see. Yes?
I see a weird boat.
A weird boat. Okay, Jordan.
A lot of people on the
A
boat.
lot of people on the boat, yeah?
people paddling.
People
that are
paddling.
on the
A
boat.
lot of people paddling on the boat.
People are just bandanas.
Oh, yeah. See, they're wearing things on their head, bandanas.
They're in a native style canoe.
Okay, now let's go back to the... Great idea. One more, Jordan.
Their clothing are different than ours.
Oh, very much so. Question number 1. What can you tell about the setting? Where is this taking place?
In the river.
In the
I think
river?
it's Columbia River.
Okay, spring, summer, fall?
Looks like spring.
How do you know that?
Because the sun's shining most likely in the picture and the trees are really grown out.
Okay, all right. So you're talking about the setting. Question number 2 is looking carefully at the clothing, which is what you guys are talking about. What can you learn about what they're wearing? Number 3, if you were to predict what was happening in this picture, what would you say? Paul?
They are trying to swim against the river.
Oh, maybe they're going upstream and not downstream. That's a good one. Okay, yeah. Kurt.
They're going down, what do they call it?
A waterfall, maybe? Maybe.
By the looks of it, if you look at the water, it goes down.
You can tell by the angle of the water over here, all the subtleties, you know, it's like when you were saying about the pupils of the eye, that's looking at the small thing. Okay. What are the most important elements in this picture? We've already talked about it. Water, boat, clothing, people, rapids. You don't know the season. And can you gather clues about the season? That's going to be an interesting thing as you go. All right. So take one of those. And Paul, would you hand out the pencil, please? Take one of these. You want to put your name, but you do not want to put the number yet, because you don't know what's on your paper. Okay? When you have looked at the pictures and you have found your favorite picture, then you will answer the question. Okay? And you can work with a partner, work with two people, your choice. And if we have time, your group will then explain what you found out about that picture. I'll take it. Thank you.
Actually, never mind, Mr. Jordan.
You want to
Oh, Paul. Yeah.
Then I did GI.
Right now, your name should be on your paper only. And you can leave your paper and your pencil on your table. I'm going to give you about a minute at each picture, and no more than that. So, right now, stand up, go to the pictures, figure out what you found out